Hello, my name is Tom and welcome back to Best of the British Indies. This is episode 3 of Talking Wrestling and I'm joined today by my third guest of the series, King Disciple. So King, thank you very much for joining me.
No problem, thanks for having me.
So really, we're just going to talk about you, about your wrestling, the character Disciple. So because that has, when I first saw that did really interest me, because that's not a very common gimmick, is it? You know, to have such a, I would not to say dark character, but such a sort of anti everything character, really. Just a sort of really dark character. So how did the whole Disciple character evolve and become what it is now? How did you get the idea for that as it is?
Do you know what? I really don't know. The name just came to me one day. I was thinking about like different gimmicks and different names.
Yeah.
And I've seen a lot of silly wrestling.
Yeah.
So I just had this idea. This came in my head one day, and I was like, oh, I just need to all the silly wrestling, it needs to be. It needs to be back to serious and hard.
Yeah.
Totally
get that.
So that's why that's kind of how the Disciple sort of thing came in. So it's kind of a religious play.
Yeah, it's a bit of a sort of spin-off that, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's not like a religious character as such. So it's kind of like I'm a disciple of professional wrestling.
Yeah, so you're sort of a darker. You're sort of the antichrist of professional wrestling in a way, aren't you?
Yeah, pretty much.
That's the best way to describe it, isn't it?
And so I think like the character is like a no nonsense. This is how we do it, but I still cheat and I still you know what I mean. So I mean I've been in a few feuds at RWA with a tag team called the Arcade Crash and Glitch.
Oh yeah.
And they're just very silly.
Yeah.
So that works well with my character.
It's very conflicting characters, isn't it?
Yeah.
Silly and about the darkest you could possibly get in professional wrestling.
And it was a good feud. We worked with each other for well over a year. We had a good sort of tag rivalry. And it worked well because the tag team that I was in, Syndicate, we were sort of no nonsense, hard hitting, take it seriously, and they were mess around.
Yeah, so it's two really contrasting teams, isn't it? And that can, I mean, it can go horribly wrong, but at the same time, it can elevate each team, can't it? And I would say, from what I've seen, from seeing videos posted on social media, that I think that your two teams really did elevate each other because they were so contrasting and so different. Yeah. So your tag team is called Syndicate. So
it was.
Yeah, it was. Oh, we had the name change.
Yeah. So what happened was we were together for about a year, and then I decided that I was better than him. So
as you do.
So when we lost our titles, I turned my back on him, and
so
I went solo.
More heel than you already were. So is he now babyface or something?
No, I retired him.
Blimey! So that's really taking your character to the next level, isn't it? Retiring your partner, blimey.
And it was a good sort of transition phase for the Disciple character.
Yeah.
Going from like tag team wrestling, and then I had like this moment where we split up, and then from then it just sort of went higher. I won the King of the RWA.
Yeah, hence why I introduced you as King Disciple.
Exactly.
Clever for you there.
And then obviously along came with that the heavyweight championship that I won, which was another great milestone for me.
Yeah, so stabbing your opponent in the back really has proven to be the right decision.
It's the way forward.
Yeah, it's the way forward. Yeah,
you can use someone as far as you want to go, and then it's down to yourself.
Yeah, and so that is the good thing about wrestling, isn't it? Is that there's no hard feelings in it. I mean, people. Well, I mean, obviously. In the whole kayfabe return of it, the whole characters, there are extremely hard feelings about these at the back, but in the personal side, at least it's So I mean, your now former tag team Syndicate is now broken up, but how did that tag team start off for you? How did it all come into play? How did
it was when I first got started into wrestling. At RWA where I train, we do 25, 26 shows a year, which gives us a lot of experience.
Yeah.
And me being a newbie coming into it, I was partnered with someone called Sean Phoenix who had been doing it for many years.
Oh yes, that was.
So it's kind of like. I suppose if you think back to like the NXT rookies with the mentors.
Oh god,
kind of how it was.
I'm hoping better than that though. I'm hoping
much better. Yeah.
Oh good. That was a bit of a trainer, wasn't it?
But no, I mean it worked well for me because, like I say, Sean Phoenix had been doing it for a long time, and I was still sort of a newbie. So it worked and it helped me gain confidence. It helped me sort of become the character that I am and that I portray in wrestling now. I'm gonna say because I mean,
taking that step into wrestling is obviously a pretty big thing, isn't it? So having someone who's at least got a few years behind them,
it helps.
That must have helped carry for a bit. So how exactly did you make the decision to start your training as a professional wrestler? How did you? I mean, was that a sort of snap thing, as in like you saw something and that made you think I want to do this, or was that more sort of long-term thinking? Because I know with some people it's obviously a bit of a snap decision, but it is something that needs to be a bit of thought, isn't it? It's a very big thing.
I suppose it started when I was quite young because my granddad used to wrestle many years ago.
Yeah. Oh, it's in the family then, isn't it?
Yeah, so it's in the family, and I was a big fan of wrestling anyway. Yeah. So I'm originally from Portsmouth.
Oh yeah.
So I did a bit of training down south.
Yeah.
With Hayland Island Wrestling, with a few people down there that are still in the business now that I've worked with.
Yeah.
Just recently, which has been quite good. And then I sort of moved up into this area.
Yeah.
And I still had a passion for wrestling. I still enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I think once you get the bug of doing wrestling yourself, you kind of, it's hard to try and step away from it.
Yeah.
So I was working one day and I saw an advert for wrestling training in Runcorn. And I went down and everyone made me feel really welcome, and that was it really.
And then it just all sort of just kick-started from there, isn't it?
That was 3 years ago, yeah.
So can I ask you, do you still, because talking to people who are taking that step from being a fan into being an actual wrestler, and they said something that really interested me actually. Well, what they said is that actually doing it has made them not want to watch it. So is that the same for you? I'm not entirely sure. I mean, if it is, do you know what that's about? Because I can't understand that at all. Because it seems really bizarre to me that you'd not watch something that you do.
Yeah, I mean, I personally, at the minute, don't watch as much as I'd like to.
Yeah.
Purely because I'm a very busy
person.
Well,
yeah, I mean, it takes up a lot of your time, doesn't it? So.
Yeah. But I think personally now how it is, I prefer how it was.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Many years ago, it was. I mean, a lot of my stuff and how we get taught at RWA is not to do all these fancy moves and just dives and this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
It's about the basics, and it's about evoking emotion from the audience.
Yeah.
And I like that. It's all about the theatrics of
I'm gonna say that is a very big part of it, isn't it? Yeah. I mean, if the audience isn't invested, you're not gonna have a good show.
That's it. Yeah, that's it. And I don't think you need to do loads and loads of crazy moves.
Absolutely,
to
you don't.
A reaction from an audience. Just shouting at a kid will get
a
good enough.
Yeah, so I've plenty of experience from that.
And where we are today at Subjective, I think one of the last shows that I did for them here. I was close to making a little kid cry, so and I just looked at him. So it's, but me personally, I prefer some of the older stuff.
Yeah, I can see that.
And a lot of how I work as a wrestler, I try and base it on sort of Arn Anderson style.
Yeah.
Hence where the spine buster comes in.
And I do. I mean, okay. I'm not saying this because I'm not watched as much of the olden wrestling as I should and would like to. Obviously, I haven't got much time on that now, but the bit that the few people that I did do some research into, and I can say with with confidence that I do see Arn Anderson in your style.
Yeah.
So that's definitely a very good thing that you're doing. Yeah. So how did you get into wrestling? Because when I first got into it, I was absolutely tormented by people, because obviously it was seen as the fake and gay thing to do, wasn't it? So
yeah, I think it still is now, even when you tell.
You still just have that like stigma to it, but but I mean, what was the defining moment that really got you as a fan, or was it a sort of growing, evolving thing over many months? Because I know for me, it was just a case of listening to the rock theme song actually, and then slowly doing some looking into him, then got into it from that. Yeah. So it wasn't very much a one match thing. So how was it for you? Was it a sort of snap thing? You saw a match and you loved it, or was it a more slow development thing?
No, I think it was. Like I said, my granddad used to wrestle, and but when I was young, I think he had a couple of like old WrestleMania VHS tapes. And I think one of them he had was it WrestleMania 3 with Hulk Hogan and Ultimate Warrior?
Yeah, I think
I believe it was WrestleMania 3. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Well, you're not talking. I'm not gonna correct you if you're wrong, mate.
I'm sure someone will correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it was WrestleMania 3. Hulk Hogan as the world champion and Ultimate Warrior as Intercontinental champion.
That was when Ultimate Warrior, wasn't it? When he became the unified champion.
It, and I think it was. I remember. I don't remember anything else on the card. I remember that match, and I think it was the Hulk Hogan. Yeah. And I became this massive Hulk Hogan fan when I was younger, and it sounds horrible now, but I grew long ginger hair to try and be like Hulk Hogan, and I just wanted to be like Hulk Hogan.
Oh, mate, you should have kept the hair.
No, long ginger hair doesn't suit. Not like it would suit anyone else, obviously. It wouldn't suit me as a person, but it was Hulk Hogan that was like
I think he was
my idol growing up.
Yeah, I think that's how it was, because a lot of people viewed him as a sort of Superman, because they viewed him as someone who was just invincible, he couldn't be beaten. So
which is understandable as to why kids see John Cena as he is now.
And why a lot of people now detest people like that, because they know they wise up to the whole kayfabe side of it. So
I think with the internet and all the marks, I think
the internet has pretty much. I can't say it's ruined wrestling, because it's not, but it's certainly made it harder to be a fan of it.
Massively.
Yeah. Because you're gonna have people arguing with you whatever you say, but with the internet and it's impossible to have favourites anymore, isn't it? Because you always be called out for saying, oh, you shouldn't like him, we should like this guy or whatever.
Yeah. Well, at the end of the day, everyone's got their opinions, haven't they? And it's the internet, with the way that it is these days, it's
everything's out there, so it's
and another thing is, obviously everyone has to be careful with what they say, because anyone could be watching.
Yeah.
And I know that's hurt some wrestlers beforehand, so it's the internet's crazy for wrestling.
Yeah. So it is. Yeah. So. You're training with a Runcorn Wrestling Academy, I believe it's called.
RWA, Runcorn Wrestling Academy. We've got a school in Winsford as well, but it's part of the Alsno Wrestling Academy.
Oh, okay.
So we're all part of that. So there's London, Midlands, Cheshire, and then now there's one, I believe, in Surrey.
Yeah.
So we're part of the Alsno school, but the school itself is Runcorn Wrestling Academy.
Yeah. So. How would you say going to that school and getting to know the people there? Because as you said earlier, it's become a wrestling family, hasn't it? So how would you say that family has helped you evolve, not only as a wrestler, but as a person going into wrestling?
It's been great. When I first went there, I was obviously. I wouldn't say nervous, but when you're going in anywhere, somewhere new for the first time, and there's a lot of people there, it can be a bit daunting.
Oh yeah, it can, yeah.
But like I say, Andy, the head coach there, is fantastic, and the whole group of people at RWA are just a friendly bunch.
Yeah.
And you just get on with them, and like I say, it's like a family feel. And at the school in Winsford, which is predominantly where I'm based, I live just down the road. We've got a great bunch of guys that are. You are like brothers.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Me not being from the area, I don't really have many friends or family around here. So coming into somewhere like RWA, it was great for me because, like I say, it's it is like a family. Like you don't just train together. You go out and eat and you have a drink together, and you do all these things. And it's nice when it's like that.
Yeah, you sort of grow. So you sort of evolve and grow together, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So obviously, RWA has been a very big part of your career, hasn't it?
Massive, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm thinking of what I was going to say now. Lost my head. So your career with RWA has obviously taken quite a few twists and turns, hasn't it? With your tag team with Syndicate and that splitting up and everything. So, but I've got to ask you, is there anything you've not done yet with RWA or just with the promotions in general that you'd really love to do, whether it's Wrestle, a particular person participate in a particular match? Is there anything that you've not done yet that you would really at some point love to do?
Well, I think I'm quite lucky that within RWA I feel like I've achieved, I've been RWA champion, so I think
that is the height of RWA, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, being there, I think it was just over 2 years, and winning the belt, it was a great feeling, and it was great that the boss wanted to put the belt on me. I know it's a gimmick, but it's still nice.
Yeah, like I said, because it's maybe this is exactly what I was saying to Steve in my previous interview. Is that you've got to is that knowing somebody in a position of authority in wrestling and that trust in you, that's got to be a massive boost of confidence, hasn't it, for you?
Massively, and I'm very appreciative of everything that RWA and Andy has done for me, because I wouldn't be the wrestler I am today. I wouldn't be at places like this today. I'm quite fortunate that I've managed to wrestle around the country for different promotions. I've been down to Devon, I've been up to Yorkshire and around, and without RWA in the way that I've been taught, I wouldn't get those opportunities. So I'm forever grateful for the opportunities I've been given. With regards to anyone I want to wrestle, I had a great match with Ricky Knight Jr. Up at UK Wrestling. That was a really good match, from what I've been told. It's not me blowing my own trumpet. But no, I mean, I think he wasn't fully 100% at the time as well. I wasn't quite feeling too great. So
my guess is that would be the match that you would love to have a sort of rematch with him when you're both at the peak of where you are. I imagine that would be. I
think I've been going to the gym a little bit more now, and I'm sort of starting to see a few results. Thank you. And I know Ricky has as well. But within RWA, there's a guy there called Matt Fox, fantastic Matt Fox, and I think he's one of the most underrated wrestlers in the whole of the UK. He's absolutely incredible.
That's a name I've heard, but I must confess that I've not seen any of his matches.
Honestly, he's just brilliant. I don't think he gets the credit he deserves for in
that
this
is unfortunately the way with a lot of talents, isn't it? Is that if they're on the smaller shows, or the shows that maybe don't get as much attention, then they could be better than AJ Styles or whatever. But if they're not being given that platform, then they go unappreciated. And that,
absolutely, and I think he's finally starting to get a little bit of exposure now that he should be doing.
Good,
I know Hustler Rip Rogers puts him over quite a bit, so does Dr. Tom. But Matt Fox is someone that I'd really like to have a match with as well. But we're both heels at the minute. So it's
well. With that said, heels can have very entertaining matches. I mean, I think. I mean, it would be difficult because one of you would have to sort of transition into a bit of a face for that match only. But it can. I think it can work. Just from a wrestling perspective, not necessarily a character perspective.
It would be good though. Like I say, he's very good at what he does, and I think he would bring the best out of me as a performer and as a wrestler as well.
I think you're bringing the best out of each other to be honest, and that is a compliment.
Thank you.
So you mentioned your tag team, your former now tag team with Syndicate. I need to really keep saying former, don't I? becoming king of RWA. So taking all that into account, as well as your achievements with other promotions like Post Objective and Wrestle Islanders as well, which you've recently been doing a lot of work on. Yeah. What would you say your proudest moment is wrestling wise and personally wise? What would you say your proudest moment is in this business that you've been involved in? That's a tough question now, isn't it?
Yeah. I think it is the King gimmick, King of RWA. That was it was quite special. I wasn't really expecting it.
Yeah.
A lot of people told me that they'd think I would be winning it, but I didn't think I would.
Yeah.
And
you should listen to them, mate.
I remember it massively because it was on one of the hottest days of the year.
Oh God.
We were in the Winsford Youth Forum, like this youth centre.
Yeah.
And it's 27 degrees in there, which is for me being ginger and I'm not great with heat at the best of times.
Oh, no.
And I was in. I think I've got a video of it somewhere, but I was in the match for like 37 minutes.
Oh my God.
And for a rumble in that heat for me was just crazy. And I think on the end of the video I sort of kind of collapsed at one point, and it wasn't like a gimmick collapse, it was a legit collapse. I'm done.
Yeah.
But that was quite proud. I liked that at the time. I had a couple of friends come and watch.
Yeah.
So it was nice knowing that they were there to see it and stuff.
Yeah, and I mean, even though that collapse, as you said, wasn't a gimmick collapse, that must have really helped to sell you being in that match for so long, just like collapsing after it.
Yeah, it was. I think when I watch the video back now, as I watch a lot of my matches back, just to sort of see where I can improve. It was actually a video taken by my friend. But you can see a couple of kids in the front as soon as I eliminated the last two.
Yeah.
They're like, oh no. So at least then I know that I've done my job properly. That, they hate me that much that they didn't want me to win.
Because I have got quite a few friends who are training to be wrestlers, and they've said to me that they don't want people that they are scared that people will be booing them for not liking them, and I said to them, well, that's okay. Obviously, I'm not a wrestler, so I can't say what should and shouldn't be happening. But I would think that as long as it gets a reaction from the crowd, even if it's the loudest boos in your life, that has to be a good thing. As long as they're getting,
if they're making noise and it's at you, then you're obviously you're doing a good job.
Yeah, that's all you can do, really, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. So I did briefly mention your appearances with Wrestle Island down in Birkenhead. So and I know that for their first, I believe anyway, because I unfortunately wasn't there, for the show you debuted on, then I believe a few shows after that you were a face, weren't you? So,
yes,
so that must have been
so
strange for you. I mean, after being so used to playing a heel with RWA, how was that? So how was that for you playing such a different role?
It was. In all fairness, I wasn't expecting to be a face that day.
Yeah.
I was in a triple threat match with Terry Izzett and Drew Parker.
Oh, yeah.
Who are both really, really good wrestlers.
Yeah.
I'd love to have a one-on-one match with Drew Parker as well. Just going back before, because he's top talent, and I'm sure that
Wrestle Island, if you watch this and get them booked.
I'm sure he won't be in the UK too much longer. If he keeps
I'm going to say he's going astronomically, isn't he? Yeah. So enjoy him while he can.
Hopefully I could try and get a match in with him. But so we had this triple threat match, and I remember talking to him. We were sort of talking about a few things, and then I was like, so there's two heels in this in the face. I'm like, oh, we're heels. I'm like, well, I'm heel. We can't have three heels.
Yeah.
So then I spoke to management at Wrestle Island, and I was like, is it right? You've got three heels. not your face today, sorry. I was like, right, okay. And considering I've been doing heel stuff for pretty much 2.5 years.
Oh, yeah.
I was just like, right, okay. First time face.
Oh,
and it was nerve-wracking. It was really, for me, it's like out of my comfort zone.
Yeah.
But then on the flip side of that, you know, I kind of wanted to do well because, you know, it's my first time and I wouldn't want to go to any promotion and the promoter say, right, I need you to be here, I need you to be face, and say, oh, well, I can't do that.
Yeah.
You know, I'll whatever they want, I'll do.
Yeah. So I mean, the big thing is that you can't get too attached to being a certain role. Isn't it?
Absolutely.
I mean, you are going to have preferences to whether you play a heel or a babyface, but you can't. But I mean, as you said, I mean, you could be asked by anyone to play something you're not used to. So it is. So I think. So it is important that you're able to adapt to that role, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's one of the good things about wrestling as well, is that it sort of keeps everything fresh for you as well, and that you're not doing the same thing all the time. And you know, like I said, I was absolutely petrified trying to be a face, and I think they put was it Van Halen jump on for my entrance. So like the cheese is the cheese. And,
I love that song.
So obviously I'm in all my disciple gear, my black gear. And I thought, you know what, I'm just going to have fun with it. Have fun with it. And they started playing the music, and I was just about to go out, and it was the first match after the interval. Yeah. And the guy started coming through, like an audience member. Yeah. I was like, oh, you go through, because it's like my entrance now. And I was like, everyone will think it'll be you. So he comes through, and everyone's like, is it him? And then I jump through, and I'm like, wait, you're doing this MySpace? Come on. And then, so it was good. That kind of helped me. It kind of broke it in a little bit that some audience member was trying to take the space of my place, you know?
Oh, that's
but no, I just enjoyed it, and I just thought, you know, if I'm going to do it, I might as well go all out.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I spoke to Terry and Drew backstage after the match, and you know, they said, surprised us, like we weren't expecting to be like that, like crazy, you know. And I seemed, in all fairness, I seemed to get quite a good reaction from the crowd.
Well, that's the main thing, isn't it? I mean, even if it's only not used to, as long as you can get a good reaction from the crowd, then you're doing your job.
Yeah, it was really good, but you know, it wasn't just me in that match; it was Terry and Drew as well, and they put me over massively.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I mean, I imagine that must have been quite the sort of. You must have been taking a sort of underdog role in that, so having two heels, pretty much working together to try and take you out. That must have been that must have been a very different experience for you, because I would imagine with your heel work with other promotions that you're usually the one doing the teaming up on other people. Yeah. So that must have been
it was hard to adapt when I was in the ring, because there's certain things you do as a face and there's certain things you do as a heel. Yeah. So. I had to sort of be very, very wary of what I was doing.
Yeah, I'm gonna say because I mean, as you've been playing a heel for so long, even one sort of glimpse of that character could sort of really throw the whole match into a lake, couldn't it? So. I think that is all the time we have, because the doors will be opening now, so you've got to be downstairs in a bit. So we'll end that there. So Disciple, again, thank you very much for joining me.
Thank you very much for having me. Appreciate it.
So this will be uploaded on Friday. You're on social media, I know that. You're on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, aren't you?
I'm on all of them. Yeah. Twitter. @BTP_Disciple, Facebook is Disciple Wrestling, and Instagram is Disciple Wrestling as well, so check it out.
So and if you can't remember those, then they'll be in the links anyway, so along with the links to my page, my YouTube channel, my Twitter, and all that sort of stuff will be in there as well. So again, Steve, thank you for joining me, and we will see you in a month's time, hopefully.
Brilliant, thanks mate.
Thank you.